Hello, welcome back. We're going to start in a child's pose today. And most often, bring the big toes together, the knees are apart. Walk your hands forward, away from you. And on an exhale, bring the forehead down to the mat. Bring your awareness to the present moment, to the breath. Take a look and just see what you can see, blurry mat, whatever you can see peripherally. Arrive in the present moment. Walk your hands over to the right. Place the left hand on top, a little bit farther away, and soften the left shoulder down. Stretching through the left side of the body. Relax the torso so that you can breathe fully in and out through the nose. Walk your hands through center and to the left. I'm placing the palm of my hand reaching for like the knuckles of the bottom hand. So you're reaching away, relax down. Walk your hands back. Let's prop up onto our elbows, touch each shoulder, and bring the forehead back down. Tabletop. Knees hip width, hands shoulder width. Let's tuck the toes and draw some circles with the body moving right, forward, almost all the way to an upward dog. And then back around. Stretching through the feet, feeling the weight distribution in the hands, between the hands, within each hand. Tabletop, one cat-cow. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Neutral spine. Tuck the toes, hover the knees. Just about an inch off of the mat. Try not to be going back to down dog yet. Shift the weight forward a little bit to make this a little bit more intense. Lower the knees, untuck the feet, one cat-cow. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Neutral spine, puppy pose. Your hands walk to the top of the mat. Bring the forehead down. And feel this underneath the armpits, the triceps. Sphinx pose. Shift your weight forward. Pop up onto your elbows. Measure the distance. You want them forearm distance apart. Press down under the wrists, the hands, the elbows, shoulders down, and arch the chest through. Press down again. Release. Bring the right foot in for a quad stretch. Rest your forehead on the left hand. Switch. Press your hips forward and down. Release. Let's press up to a tabletop and sit back in a child's pose on your elbows. So prop up and sit back. Shift your weight back to a tabletop and bring your forearms down to the mat. Press down and then set up a forearm plank. Walk your feet back. Press under the elbows. Press under the wrists. Strong legs. From here, move forward and back. It's like you're lifting and lowering the heels if you were standing. And hold. Press under the hands. Lower the knees to the mat. Let's lift up to a tabletop position. One cat-cow. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Neutral spine. Tuck the toes and sit back onto your heels. Bring the pinky toes out. And we're going to eagle wrap the arms. Right arm under, left arm over. Up and down with the elbows. You can arch and open up the back a little bit if that feels good. Reaching the arms kind of away from you. There's different ways to do eagle. This is a feel good for the shoulders. And release, switch sides, left arm under, right arm over. This is also a distraction for the feet if that's killing you. Release, tabletop, roll out the ankles, tap out the feet. And we're actually going to sit back and bring our feet out around in front of us. Bring the soles of the feet together. The knees are apart. Hold on to the outsides of the feet, shoulders down and away from the ears. Fold over, butterfly legs. And we're actually going to sit back and bring the feet out around in front of us. Bring the soles of the feet together. The knees are apart. Hold on to the outsides of the feet, shoulders down and away. Sit up. Reverse tabletop. Feet on the mat, hands behind you. About comfortable distance, feet or hip width. Don't let the knees splay. Press and lift. If it's okay with you, you can let the head open up or the neck. Sit up. Reverse tabletop. Feet on the mat, hands behind you. Sit down, staff pose for a moment. So don't worry about straightening the legs if that's a lot. We want to create a right angle with the body. Fists with the hands might help you to lengthen the spine. We want to use the arms pressing down to create a strong, straight spine. Lower the chin slightly so that the back of the neck is a continuation of the spine. Release the hands, but stay lifted so tall. Inhale, lift your arms overhead. And exhale, fold forward. You can keep the knees soft, just getting into the hamstrings. Sit up. Reverse tabletop, press and lift. And sit down. Staff pose, sit up tall, just for a moment. And then arms reach overhead and fold forward. Long exhale. Sit up. Bend the left knee, place the sole of the foot on the inside of the right thigh. Sit up tall and fold over just the right leg. Sole of the foot faces away from you. Smooth breathing. Sit up and switch legs. Extend the left. Bring the sole of the right foot to the inside of the left thigh. Sit up tall. Remember that staff pose, right angle. And let's fold over the left leg. Ew, my left leg is so weird. And release. Let's extend the legs out in front of us just to reset. And then reverse tabletop. Press and open up. Let the neck open if you can. Sit down. Extend both legs. Sit up tall. Reach the arms overhead and fold over. Uttanasana. Sit up. Lie back on your mat. Full body stretch. Flex the feet. Lengthen up the tailbone. You know, when I say we're standing and I say arms overhead, shoulder width, but try to keep the rest of the body where you want it. Let's try that for a moment with the floor to help keep the spine lengthening. And draw the right knee into the chest. Squeeze. Use some arm strength. Try not to let the chin stick up. Lower the chin slightly to keep the back of the neck long. Draw some circles with the right foot and ankle. Go both directions. Flex and point. Open. Squeeze the toes. And then relax the foot. Squeeze the leg again. Twist. Guide the right knee across to the left. Oh, my back just popped so much. And reach the right arm out and away from you. Try to keep the right palm down. Back to your back. Bend the left knee. Cross the right ankle over the left thigh to let the knee open out. And now we're going to lift the legs. Lightly flex the feet. Hold on to the back of the left thigh. And use your right elbow to open the knee out to the side. Janu Padasana 1. Scan your body for tension. Notice if your face is stressed out. And breathe. Leave the legs as they are. Set the left foot down. Place your hands on the mat beside you, palms down. Press into the left foot and reach the right knee away from you. Into a bridge variation. Let's slowly lower back down. And once again, press and gently open up the knee, or you're opening up the hip, but you see the knee moving. And sit back down. Keep the left knee bent. Let's extend the right foot toward the ceiling and stretch out the hamstring. Be present in each sensation, not assigning a like or dislike or discomfort. It's just a feeling. Flex the top foot, point, and extend. Reach the arms overhead, straighten, lengthen both legs, and try to untuck the shoulder blades. Leave the arms overhead, just trying to open up the shoulders without having to fight gravity. Let's lightly flex the feet and draw in the core. Draw the left knee in. Switch out the grip of the wrist or the interlacing of the fingers sometimes. My left hip feels like it needs to pop so bad for like 4 days. Anyway, squeeze and pull. Remember to lower the chin slightly. Relax your face. And draw some circles with the left ankle. Flex and point. Go both directions. See how much you can move in both directions. And then relax the foot. Squeeze again. And twist. Sort of let go of some of that squeeze and guide the leg across to the right. Oh, everything just popped except for that hip. Left arm reaches out and away from you, palm down. Expand the breath. And twist. Sort of let go of some of that squeeze and guide the leg across to the right. Oh, everything just popped except for that hip. Left arm reaches out and away from you, palm down. Expand the breath. Back to our back. Extend the left leg up. Keep the right knee bent. We're stretching. Oh, I got the order mixed up. That's okay. We'll get to everything. Feel the back of the left leg. Where else can you feel this stretch? Even subtly, maybe into the back. Where do you feel this in the foot and the ankle? Flex and point. Relax the foot, cross the leg or the ankle over the right thigh, letting the knee open up. And then Janu Padasana 1. Interlace your hands behind the right thigh, using the left elbow to keep the knee opening. Light flexion of the feet. Interlace your hands behind the right thigh, using the left elbow to keep the knee opening. Sit the legs down. Arms or palms down by your side and press for our variation of a bridge pose. Let the leg open out. Slowly lower back down. And then let's lift again. And release. Extend the left leg up just for a reach. And then full body stretch. Reach, be tall. And hug both knees in. Nose to knees for a moment. And then head and neck back. Happy baby. Soles of the feet face the ceiling. Hold on to the outside edges of your feet. Elbows go inside of the calves and open the knees wide. Sometimes I see like people have their heels pretty close to the hips. You want like a right angle, and then uncurl the tailbone to press the feet into your hands. Relax your face. Hug the knees back in. And let's rock up to a seated position. Cross your feet at the ankles, tabletop. Let's do one cat-cow. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Neutral spine, tuck the toes, downward facing dog, our first one. Open up. We've stretched the entire body individually, so you can pedal this out if you need to or want to. Maybe stretch the bottoms and the tops of each foot. But let's find some stillness. Establish your hands. Let's press the mat away as we open up through the triceps, pressing the heels back and down. Let the head and neck relax. Hovering table. Bend the knees, stay on the toes. Downward dog. Hovering table. Remember not to stay too far back. Shift the weight forward to make this more intense. Downward dog. Balance on the left foot. Lift the right leg. Keep the hips square, foot flexed. Press into the right hand a little extra to keep the shoulders level. And then squeeze the right glute to lift the leg that much higher. Downward dog. Hovering table. Pull in the core. Downward dog. Balance on the right foot, lift the left. Keep the knees, or the left knee is facing the mat. Open up the triceps to bring the chest closer to the thighs. Squeeze the right glute and lift the leg a little bit more. Downward dog. Hovering table. Pull in the core. Downward dog. Upward facing dog. Lift onto the toes, tuck the chin, and ripple through. Leave the toes, tuck the knees down, lift the chin at the end. And leave the chin out as you arch the lower back up, pressing back to downward dog. Tuck the chin at the end, and then relax the head and the neck. Balance on the left leg, foot. Lift the right leg back and up. Squeeze the right glute. Let the hip open this time. Open up through the chest. Weight is in the front part of the hands. Point the top leg. Downward dog. Upward facing dog. Ripple through. Downward dog. Press back. Stand on the right foot. Lift the left one. Back up. Open up the upper body. Squeeze the left glute. Press the right heel down. Downward dog. Upward dog. Ripple through. And downward dog. Pull in the core. Let that help you move. Lower your knees to the mat. Lower down to your forearms. You want to be forearm distance apart between the elbows. Tuck the toes. Press under the wrists and the hands now. Dolphin. Lift up, walk the feet in just a little bit, and then press again under the hands. Press I almost said the heels of your arms, the elbows of your arms away from you. I've been spending time with us, you guys too, opening up the triceps. Because I don't really see a lot of other places doing that. And I haven't been really working on it, so now we all are. Let's lift up onto the toes. Feel the weight shift forward slightly. And press the heels back down. Lower your knees to the mat. Untuck the toes, tabletop. One cat-cow. Inhale, arch. Press the feet down to help. Exhale, round. Neutral. Puppy pose. Walk your hands to the top of the mat and bring your forehead down, maybe your chin. Sphinx pose. Shift your weight forward. Make this strong. Press the tops of the feet down. Pull the chest through, shoulders away from the ears. And release. Extend the left arm out, palm down, shoulder height. Roll onto your left hip. Switch sides. Feel the release of the left shoulder inside as you roll onto your right hip. And back to your stomach. Floor bow. Hold on to the outsides of your ankles. Try to repeat that stretch you felt across the chest a moment ago. Exhale almost all the air out. And on an inhale, kick into your hands. Open up the entire front body. Release. Tabletop. Hey, go away. Tabletop. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Walk your hands back. Separate your feet about mat width, heels in, toes out. Squat down. Bring the palms to touch. Try not to roll in on your arches. Shoulders away from the ears. Mosquito, get out of here. Isn't it too cold for mosquitoes? It's like 60. Forward fold at the back of your mat. Long exhale as you walk the feet together. Here. Long exhale. We're going to squat down again. This time, keep your feet together or close together. Lift onto your toes and sit your hips down onto the heels. Optional balance as a cosmic egg. Forward fold. Long exhale. Downward dog, walk the hands out. Set yourself up, separating the feet, pressing the heels down. You're so open through the chest and the shoulders. So use some core strength to wrangle all this new flexibility. Press the mat away, make this strong. Balance on the left leg, lift the right leg back up, squeeze the right glute. Let the hip open, point the top leg, chest toward the left thigh. Lizard lunge right side. Right foot up to the top of the mat, both hands are inside. Ooh, feel this because we haven't done that much. Hips. Soften down. Take your time and stay present. We're replacing the screens out here because they were kind of torn up and I had to kick out the worker guys before I taught. And it'll look good, I think. For a little extra, you can always tuck the back toes and lift the knee. For a little extra, you can always tuck the back toes and lift the knee. Start to release into a lunge. Tuck the left toes and lift the knee. Press back to pyramid pose. Try to straighten both legs. Press through the back heel. Lunge. Lunge twist. Left hand down, right arm up. Right hand down. Press into the hands. Three-legged dog, right leg back and up. Let the hip open. Squeeze, reach. Pigeon right side. Right knee behind the right wrist. Take your time setting it up. Trying to square your hips to the top of the mat. Relax over your front leg. I'm looking for that mosquito. Maybe I got it. Shift your focus to the breath. Stay present. Practicing monitoring your thoughts. So they will try to wander off and you just say, no, come on back. Practicing monitoring your thoughts. So they will try to wander off and you just say, no, come on back. Stay here for a few more breaths, or add your quad stretch, or just sit up, practicing some posture, some back strength. Ouch. Stay here for a few more breaths, or add your quad stretch, or just sit up. Make your way back carefully to a three-legged dog with the right leg back and up. Reach so far. Make it your best one yet. Extend the leg. Try to get a cramp. You're squeezing it so hard. Downward facing dog. Take a moment to scan the body right to left. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Balance on the right foot. Lift your left leg back and up. And you know we're doing this a couple times, so see how this one feels. And then in a little bit, it'll feel different. Maybe subtly so, but just really search for that feeling. Press, reach. Lizard, left side. Both hands are inside of the left foot. Soften down, taking your time. The time you spend monitoring, managing your thoughts is just like any physical exercise. You do crunches to have a stronger core. Every time you bring back your thoughts to where you want them to be, you are stronger mentally. And that translates into real life, like big things and silly little things, like just deciding to get some chores done. It's an action and a decision. Deciding to cultivate a strong, calm mind and acting on it. You're doing it right now. Good job. Transition into a lunge. Tuck the right toes and lift the knee. Pull in the core because your hips are super open. Press back into a pyramid pose. Press through the back heel. Try to straighten out both legs. Lunge. Keep the back knee lifted. Lunge twist. Right hand down. Left arm opens. Left hand down. Pigeon. Right? Yeah. Carefully. No, it's right, left leg back and up. I can't remember. I know we do pigeon next. Sorry, guys. Into pigeon. If this were like, if we were all in the same room, someone would be like, you did this next, which is helpful. I didn't mean to give that person that kind of voice. You know what I mean. Try to square your hips to the top of the mat and relax over the leg. Monitor your thoughts. There's a mosquito. Presence. Stay here for a few more breaths. Finish up this side the same way you did the first one. Finish up this side the same way you did the first one. Make your way back to a three-legged dog. Left leg is back and up, reaching so much. Press into the hands, squeeze the left glute. Feels so long. Press the right heel down. Open up the triceps. Downward dog. Upward facing dog, ripple through. Downward dog. Lower your knees to the mat. Untuck the toes. Sit back into a child's pose up on your elbows. So walk those elbows away and soften down. Take a look at what you can see. The blurry mat. What can you see peripherally? And remember way back when I told you to do the same thing and how much you've changed. Have appreciation for that. And gratitude for still being in the present moment, right here, right now. Release, sit up. Let's turn to face the long edge of the mat. Left foot in, right foot out. Sit up tall. And reach the left arm up and over. Side body stretch. Try not to tilt forward. And sit up. Baby wild thing. Lean on the left hand, left knee, right foot, and press the hips forward. Open up. And sit down. Switch out the legs, right foot in, left foot out. Give yourself a moment to make sure you're sitting up evenly on both feet, or sit bones. Right arm up and over. Keep your thoughts calm. Stay present just a little bit longer. Sit up. Baby wild thing. Lean on the right hand. Right knee, left foot, arch, reach. And sit back down. Bring the left foot in. Lower the right ear toward the right shoulder by tilting the head. Unless you know another way to do that. Haha. And lift up. Tilt your head to the left. And up. Look to the right, but try not to bring the shoulders with you or to tilt the head. So you probably want to try to lead more with the chin. And look to the left. I hear the screen, guys. Maybe you can too. All right, back to center. Lower the chin. Try not to slouch. And lift. Back to center, half or full circles in both directions. And sit up tall. Bring your palms to touch. Gratitude for your practice, gratitude for just the instinct, the desire to want to take care of yourself at all. That's a wonderful thing. And we will close with a breath. Inhale, reach the arms wide and overhead. Long exhale. Namaste. All right. Thank you.